video. Right, there we go. Hi guys, so our video report today is something you can do because I haven't been exercising. I don't even know if I went out for a walk. I can't remember. I didn't go to the deer loop. Seen a slaughter monster. Did I go out for a walk? I didn't even check the mail. Went for a drive. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Didn't do anything. Meant to be doing 12 hours in the gym. Did I show up? Well, how can I not show up when the gym is in the home? I didn't even look at the dumbbells, didn't even look at the kettlebells. I must have had my brains blown out or something. By inactivity and obesity. What am I going to do when I don't have the motivation to exercise? Well, here's what happened. Went off my lithium, went back on them. Hit the wall, and then my bloods were clotting. So I had to come off and see if the blood's flowing again, and go back on and clot it again. It could be a deep brainstorm process aside to the effect of lithium carbonate. So is diabetes mellitus. And these can kill you. Neuromellitus syndrome is just one common fatal side effect of all psychiatric medications, possibly even water as well. If you surround your brain with water, it will attack the brain and drown you and kill you. So, maybe they're just covering themselves when they talk about neuromellitus syndrome. But the brain does attack the body and cause physical side effects to the organism. Toxicity can occur, especially with lithium. Other than that, I didn't notice any side effects when I drank 4 glasses of water, one after the other in a row. It just cleaned out all the toxins, went into my kidneys, I urinated. So I have frequent urination, that's part of diabetes. Insatiable thirst, 12 glasses of water a day is recommended. I can get fever, other side effects like deep vein throat thrombosis, neuromellitus syndrome. That's just from lithium. The abilify can cause death in other ways, even suicide, but the lithium balances that. What am I going to do? Same thing as do every day. Stick to the routine. I don't notice physically anything, other than my eyesight being short-sighted. I don't really notice anything wrong. They said there's nothing wrong. The cardio is under 100 beats per minute. That means I don't have tachycardia. That means I have nothing really to worry about. Well, I could just be fitter. What about my motivation for fitness? You don't want to be taking drugs to increase your motivation to fitness. You want to be taking less drugs that hamper or cause fatigue and affect your motivation, cause sleepiness and drowsiness. Obviously, if you stack drugs on top of drugs, you get tertiary side effects. You don't want tertiary side effects. You don't know how they affect. They're not even documented. So, to document the side effects, we know that bit of it causes akathisia. Akathisia is the only side effect worth taking to the basketball court. You want to run and walk fast, especially in the city. You want to be walking fast, avoiding predators and the threats from the survivors of the pandemic. The zombie attack, I guess I would be a zombie. Yeah, the lithium debilifying, all that. Popping pills. I said I wouldn't. I said I'd be an athlete. And I'd be clean. And I'd win the gold in the Olympic Games. But reality is, small child is just has wishful thinking. We have to drug him with water, obviously. He doesn't understand that water is a drug. So here are my 7 drugs for longevity and health and the springtime of youth, the eternal fountain of youth. Number 1, water. Pfizer owns water in Ireland. Pfizer owns all the water. Nestle owns Pfizer. The cups of coffee and the water, that's a drug. Then, Abilify. It's generic now. It's very reasonable. You can afford the 80 cents a day for a 15 milligram tablet, which works for psychosis. It takes about a month to get the plateau of the levels in the brain, and it acts as a partial agonist. Anyway, while that's none the wiser, but lithium, Abilify, water, multivenom centrum, vitamin D, of course, for the pandemic, metformin hydrochloride, of course, for the pandemic, also causing twins in the womb, therefore less responsibility, and headaches and stress, and younger brain. Inside your skull will be a younger brain. And they've proven that in apes. They open the brains and say that person was on. And form of hydrochloride is a flower, a purple flower. So that's trimega, that's fish oil. Take 3 of those, but 1.5 grams of EPA will prevent schizophrenia. We know that to be true. Try not taking all the drugs and then giving up the fish oil last. Give up the fish oil, and what happens? You get schizophrenia. Because there's no support from the corporations. So those drugs that are getting are water, lithium, Abilify, vitamin D, centrum, trimega, that's 6 drugs, and one more. The cardio tablet, bisoprolol. My heart is 32 years young, but I'm 41 years old. I can tell because I use a smartwatch, medical grade smartwatch, to assess the vascular age of my cardiac tissue. So I'm half my age, but that's what you say when you're going through a middle-age crisis. Yeah. Middle-age crisis, the doctor didn't want to be around me when I go through my middle-age crisis. He said that to me in the privacy of the hospital. Then I made that lashed out at him and attacked him, but he attacked me first. I saw the note on his computer that says, "This man is a perjurer, he has to fight in the UFC." That means control from the Chinese School of Martial Arts and MMA groups to make you fight in the UFC, to gamble on you, treat you like a rag doll, not let you go to court. Go to court, they all get in trouble. They only worry about themselves, their own asses, and interests in livelihoods. So you go to court. What are you going to do? You already got the 7 drugs to keep you young, at half your age. You should be grateful for your health. The money is free. It's not a lot of money, but some people say it's a lot of money. But the majority of people make $1 a day in this planet, and then I make all those drugs and then pocket money. The allowance, free travel, TV license. The disallowance is a very good deal on the table. Why not just have twins? Just have twins, triplets and twins. You get more money for having triplets and twins from the Department of Social Protection. How are you going to have triplets and twins without diabetes? Well, you have to take the metformin. The metformin splits the womb. I know this because I read Joseph Mengele, the Nazi, who was a doctor, and Mengele explained everything I always was afraid to ask. Like domes belong in doors, and metformin creates twinning and cloning and twins and splitting the womb. And the abortion is unnecessary and experimental and bad for your karma. Meat is not really eaten by the elite Nazis, as in the animal protein. They drink bioreactive psilocybina soup kitchen, and then he says, "Don't belongs indoors," and that was the end of the book. And it wouldn't fit in this room, but it would fit in a group meditation hall. We do a Vipassana meditation. They don't know they're doing it yet, but maybe they do. But I put up the course on the door of my room, and we do have a little bit of conversation at the table, and that's useful to work on the Vipassana meditation at that time. Sometimes I want to break from it and go into the TV room and watch the news at 6 to 7. I don't make my bed every day, but if I did, I would want a weird way of being paid or something. That's only possible through the HSE. You have to make other people's beds. I don't want these beds. I want pineapple furniture contracts. I got rid of the veterinary beds in the hospital. The pineapple contract furniture brought in from Francesca Ryan, my wife, who I forsake all others for. Yeah, you believe that? He's cheating on you. Yeah, he's cheating on you. No. What are you going to do? It's in paper, it's in writing, but what about the age gap? She did produce children for me and give me birth to children. Don't hear from them. But what about me bringing something to the table? So I'm trying to make this video report. €30 an hour's worth. That's almost full whack. Full whack, €40 in this republic. And €40 an hour. What's €10? Well, here's how you make €40 an hour with video reports. You make the video report on Photo Booth in the Mac. I use Macs because they're solid integrated hardware software solutions for the applications of video, and particularly Photo Booth is simple as anything. I also have OBS, but if I burn this video to a Blu-ray or a HD DVD or a DV9 DVD-R and then sell it for €10, then put the video on YouTube, I guarantee you the YouTube video will bring in €30 and the disc will bring in €10. See how I make €40 an hour? It's actually illegal to make anything more than €40 an hour doing video reports or any other job in the Republic, but because I'm from the North, I make an unlimited amount of money. So this will go on BBC or Protestant countries like America, MTV, 60 Minutes. This man has schizophrenia, or at least he used to. How did he snap out of it? Well, he started hitchhiking, kind of, but it was all covered by HSE, PPP, private-public partnership, outsourced contracts with corporations like New Healthcare Services Limited. When you go to a limited company, my grandfather warned me, you can't sue. You can't sue a limited company. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sue the bedsheets. Sue the bedsheets and clean up the room, tidy up, become domesticate, cooking and cleaning, becoming more highly skilled and experienced. I don't like doing the laundry, but I don't mind carrying baskets up the stairs. I don't like actually putting them in the washing machine. No one likes that. There's a smell, soiled clothes, everything like that. I like putting in the Tide Pods and closing the door and pressing the button, but I don't like folding clothes and putting clothes away. I know the clothes are rubbish compared to the military clothes I have, like the NBC, the Kevlar. Those clothes are just some kind of form of espionage, some kind of disguise. They're not really even well prepared for a terrorist attack or anything like that could happen, crime. Not prepared for anything. If someone was just getting knife you like a jelly puff. So I'm going to care a bit. I'm going to create a company. The company is going to be a food-based company. We're going to call it McDonald's. We're going to be a franchise owner. We're going to have 5 people working in the company. Who we're going to pick? Dia Miller, she died in 2019. That we have Meii. She looks like the Miller. Then we have the yoga teacher, and then we have the P&A woman, and we have my daughter Felicita, baby K cats. Then we have Sweetie Fox and Annie Linus. So that's 5 women there. Put them to work. They already have jobs. They're models. They don't work for After Join. How do I create a company? What sells? They sell. So I printed out their photos, put them on the door. They're sexy. So what I'm doing, they're selling clothes, lingerie, nursing, education, interior design, and water. Selling a lot of things. But why do I want them to just give me money? But I can't give money through Spacing Stars. I'm in the waiting list. I can't do anything. Then there's a token, and that's like underhand through under the radar star page and safe search. I told McDonald's, turn safe search on and don't work for the safe search off people. So that's why I'm not going to work for Chatbait anymore. Obviously, I'm really old and middle aged. But anyway, you're not going to go there to the dark web or the crypto web or the safe search off web. If you're an employee, you go to safe search on web. You don't go to McDonald's. That's where you get electrocuted for drinking water in the toilets. Don't go there. It's not safe. Don't go to Chatbait. It's not safe. I have a very good experience with Chatbait. But, we got arguments about should I be fertile or not, faithfulness and respect. It's easy. You just turn on the safe search, and then if they're asking for money, you say credit union. Credit union is employer. And helps you link your employers to Jobs Island. The Jobs Island says video producer, €34,000 a year. I said, yes, please, let's talk about the human rights. Well, the human rights is... So, if you talk about human rights, you can be in danger. As a journalist, and you talk about human rights, you could be targeted by those who don't want to have it. Man says we don't want human rights in this country, and yet we have jobs now, 100,000 a year, to make videos about human rights. So, what rights do I have? Well, I have the right to be secure in my belongings in my home. I don't need break-ins, but I didn't have break-ins. But there was a hostess. Now, I'm not cheating myself. I'm just saying, I did click on those women on the Chatbait, and then they showed up, and so they got paid. But when it came to the air hostess, the man with the balaclava shot her with a shotgun. I didn't like that. I think, it was a right to life. Death penalty is wrong. Playing with guns is wrong. Why? Well, they're superior firepower to small arms and shotguns and sort of. They're for mass murder, mass killings, and we can use space-based weapons and shadow fighters and suitcase nukes and B-61 tunnel gravity bombs out of a stealth bomber, the new one. All we have to do is get consensus and vote, and then we can do it. If we try to unilateral action, it's not going to work. We'll just be terrorists. Terrorism is easy. It's easy as eating a beef Wellington pie with a glass of water. You mix the meat, the animal protein with the water, you're doing a bit of terrorism there. Uh, I thought it was e-commerce, but the law doesn't see it that way. I thought Tesco would be just a kind of, you have to read the Terrorism Act. A lot of the people in there are vegan because of the Terrorism Act. You can't eat animal protein and water during the same hour. I've tried it, I've done it, I'm in the same hour, and I've got visions of military hardware and soldiers and fighting when I drank water and ate BSE beef. Yes, I ate BSE beef, Bungie encephalopathy, mad cow disease, prion, infected beef, swine flu, bird flu, plaice. Yes, that's an ugly bottom feeding fish. That doesn't even need to be some kind of emerging disease or virus. It's just ugly. And then also you could order salmon. It's a wicked fish, has creatine. The creatine levels are up in my blood. Then you can have the lamb burgers. They're imports from grandfather. Forbid them. You only get them in prison. You only get lamb in prison. Wake up. And then finally the vegetable burgers. How many vegetable burgers does it take to make a grown man scream? Bloody murder. Well, you're not going to sign yourself in if you're going to eat that many vegetable burgers, are you? How long can he take? How much vegetable burgers can he consume? I'll go crazy. Spring rolls were withdrawn. You know, on vegan food, I recommend this website, peppershop.co.uk, and they have the best rations. Vegan rations, freeze-dried rations. Learn how to freeze-dry on Wiki how to freeze-dry food. The winter is going to be tough, but I have electrical credits somewhere along the line. There's going to be, I'm just getting richer. If I was in private landlord that wasn't in the new healthcare services limited, you know, I'd be paying for water, I'd be paying for fossil fuel, kerosene. I'm still paying for those somehow, but it's more like through the HSE. So I'm still in a nanny state, but I don't care about that anymore. The economic pressure and the reality is that I need help. I need a lot of help. And how am I going to stratify into being independent? I think there's no independence. Everyone needs help. Everyone needs 5 employees to do the work for them. Or they need 5 employees to tell them what to do. Or just sedate them and put them to sleep. What am I going to do? Well, I have Wiki how to make money from home and Wiki how to be the best employee. So I studied Helping Hands as a company. They have self-employed £800 a week, and then 700 and something pounds per agency or employee, and that means you get more work done but less money as an employee than you get as self-employed. Self-employed person has jobs to do but that don't allow video cameras, but the employed person, unless employed by a film company, they can use a video camera. It's really complicated, but you know, you can't do the job with a smartphone in your hand. You can't be a baker and pull out a baking tray when you have a smartphone on the internet browsing On the other hand, you have to put those away in school and concentrate on the task at hand. So, I want to say, well, I want what James Bond wants. What's James Bond want? He says the world is not enough, and then he wants Bond girls. I have the Bond girls. Then he wants to gamble and win big, and then he wants to give the money to Highfield Healthcare. How are you going to do that? Well, I'm going to be a politician through general taxation, socialism. We're going to increase taxes on cigarettes and alcohol. As usual, any politician would say the same thing. You want cigarettes and alcohol, you have to pay the tax. Why don't you not buy the bottle of wine and buy 72 pack of nappies for the baby? Yeah. So that's the Tesco research. The supermarkets. You can change the nappies. You can. Oh man, you can learn a new trick. Just give up the drink. That's not easy. So there's help available. Librium. I like my amethyst ring. That helps. Lithium ortate. Small amount of evidence that it does work. I found it helps. I live in a rural community in Paulstown. Lithium cabinet works as well. Same way. But suicide and alcohol linked. Suicide and dangerous behavior, alcohol and dangerous behavior, dangerous driving, drink driving. It's unacceptable. What about drug driving? Drug driving? I can't drive. I get my driving test and that eye theory test. It's another thing to do. My mental state has improved, but it's not 100%. It's more like 45%, and that's really poor. But driving is not easy. Unless you have a Tesla, you're going to have stress. Putting the foot down, I've tried it. Going up to the roundabout, I don't like that. Looking for oncoming traffic from the right on the side of the road. Putting the handbrake on, that's really expensive. Where you're going to pay the bills and for my loan and then drive the car with the fossil fuels? No. If I had a flying car, I'd understand why I would be considered a doctor in training or medical student. I don't have a flying car. How am I going to get to the patient? I don't need a road system anymore, so I'm not going to buy a car for driving around the roads. How did I learn to get this smart? Well, I'm really intelligent because I read the internet news, the alternative media, and I'm aware of the flying car invention. So why do we need a road network? I think it was just there to break our backs and put us to work so we pay for being parents and work at your own pickaxe. We might find some gold gems, diamonds or minerals, or while we build the roads. It's all part of the Anunnaki Empire. How do we defeat the Anunnaki Empire? Well, I say, make the most of it, because when the flying cars get here with the nuclear bombs as standard, they're going to proliferate, and then someone's going to take a drink and kamikaze them. I don't know how they're going to stop the next world war. But it might mean nuclear destruction and rapture for everyone on the planet who's Christian. And it might mean leaving in a warp drive to Jesus' home planet. Everything in the Bible could become true. Even the book of Revelation, everything could come true. Be a new heaven and a new earth. And no longer be no fixed abode. But be on Jesus' planet. As he promised, his father has a house with many rooms and has water and amino acids. He did say amino acids. So, stuck eating the pollock until the Son of God comes back, or we go visit him in the Starship Enterprise. The Mercedes-Benz to the front and to the back of the spaceship, creating a warp drive effect. That's the latest technology. Flying car, warp drive. What about neuroscience? Well, there's psychedelics are working on a drug called not Alaron, that's Otica. Psychedelics are working on I can't remember. It's a muscarinic receptor antagonist. That means it freezes up your muscles and makes you can't hit someone because you're stiff as a plank. So what does it do? It is called, can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm having memory problems and disassociation because of the lithium. I can't even remember what my mother's face looks like. I can't use my imagination, my visual part of my brain, my visual hallucination part of the brain. I can't hallucinate her face. I can't see her face. I can't see my brother's face. It hurts. And I can't stand the sight of any person I previously thought was my friend or my relative. This is because Mars is in Leo. Leo's loyalty is France, mystique, nationalism, French nationalism, patriotism, Leo the Lion, King of the Jungle, getting people to work for you through corporation business, going to the shop for you, that's New Healthcare Leo, but then Mars is in that, and war in that, God of War, and Mars is Aries. That means I have to look good. So what we say? Shave your head, be clean shaven, be really sharp, wear your suit, be like a warrior. Aries is appearance, keeping up appearances and the appearance and presentation to the public, image and life. Also, it's warlike. You need a six-pack and muscly physique, all that. So, I got the glasses. I can see the world better. It's presenting itself better to me. It's more accurate and loyal to reality, true to life. So my glasses, nothing will be wrong. Really gonna pay €20 for a blood draw and lithium? No. Piss off, you trespass in my bedroom taking blood from me and then ask for €20. You're not getting premium care, forget about that. I will pay for the dental. I don't mind that. Smile and the whole world smiles at you. Weep and you weep alone. If you're kidnapped by an ambulance at some point during your life, happens to one in four of us, my advice is make good friends with the television.